How do you like your coffee? Hello, I'm Karin. Welcome to 6 Minutes English, where we engage in some lively debate and discuss stimulating items of vocabulary. And let's start. Here's your cup of coffee, bro. Hans, but what took you so long, Karin? Sorry, Rock. I bumped it into somebody I knew in the cafe and stopped it for chat. Okay, well, that's fit well with today. So what were talking about coffees or coffee house? Did you know, Karin, that coffee house were outdoors, a meeting place for lively debate and intellectual discussion. Really? I didn't know that. Ross, a debate, by the way, means a discussion that a lot of people take part in. So, how long ago were this debating society? The first coffee house was set up in Oxford in 1650, but they quickly became popular, and soon they were all over London too. You pay a penny to get in, and this includes access to newspapers and stimulating conversation. If something is stimulating, it's encouraged ideas and enthusiasm. I bet the coffee house without a bit it. It certainly helps me first in the morning. Which brings me on today's question. Rob, how many cups of coffee do we can see in the coffee shop or store in the UK every year? By the way, it's another word for it offering its answer. A. 2.3 million. B. 23 million. Or C. 23 billion. Oh, I don't know, but it's got to be a lot, so I'm going to go for C. 23 billion. That's don't lie, a lot of coffee, but I buy several cups a week, and I bet you do too, Karin. I doing this, but I had to say why is we're getting our coffees earlier. There was nobody else in the cafe. Tonky pet me and my friend. Everybody was sitting on their own, tapping away on their love stuffs. Let's listen now to Douglas Fraser, BBC Scotland Business and Economy editor, describing the vibe or atmosphere. It's a typical 21st century cafe. 10 o'clock in the morning, the cafe has 5 people at table with their back to the work. It's staring into a skin. Let in and blood. The blood of pies brew this coffee shop refire is jump between this customer to diversity destination from the person beside them. Collaborative working a research brand application a potential blockbuster. Novel, inevitably, someone distracted by kitchen mixture on social media. So the spirit of the 17th century coffee house has its beer then, the more lively debate and intellectual discussion. It seems so wrong. As Douglas Fraser says, many people sit a lot into their laptop and they are on doing different things, working, writing, messing about on social media. I think the cafe owners should turn up the Wi-Fi and force this cafe squatter to move on. I don't think people should be allowed to sit on there using the internet, hawking table, and not talking to anybody. Especially when some of them don't even buy a coffee. That's a bit extreme. Raw coffee owner needs customer and they encourage people to stay by having coffee so far as newspapers to read, and the Wi-Fi as water, by the way, is someone who live in an empty building without paying rent. And if you have something you use much on of it in a selfish way. I support you right. Now, how about telling us the answer to today's question then? And ask, how many cups of coffee do we consume in the cafe or store in the UK every year? It A. 2.3 million, B. 23 million, or C. 23 billion. I could sit in a cafe and use their Wi-Fi to research the answer, but I had a guess and I said 23 billion. Well, you didn't need that Wi-Fi wrong because you were absolutely right. 23 billion coffee per year work out on average at 45 customer hours in the UK. Okay, I think it's time we look back at the words we learned today. Our first work is debate a discussion that a lot of people take part in. For example, I took part in its number of stimulating debates at school. Number 2, if something is stimulating, it encourages new ideas and enthusiasm. For example, it's hard to have a stimulating conversation with someone who looking at their phone all the time. That's very true. Let me just let my phone into my basket there. Our network is concealed, another word for eating or drinking, but it can also mean to use. For example, my car conceal a lot of people. Oh, how do I calculate my car fuel consumption? So, consumption, that is the noun. Number 4 is verb, which means the amount of fuel in a place. For example, Oxford is a city but it has small town vibe. I'm getting bad vibe from our network, which is water. That's someone who live in an empty building without any rent. The building is called squat. So for example, I lived in squat for 2 years. Really? You was in squat? Wrong. No, it's good. Just an example. I'm not squatter. You never squat? No, I haven't looked. We're wasting time here. We need to move on to our final work. How? If you have something, you use on a smart of us in a self-sweet way. For example, rock, you have the only computer that is so selfish. I mean, it's carrying. Amateur hard, that's now. Okay, before we head up for another cup, please remember to check out our Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube pages. Bye bye and bye bye.